Morning, good morning. If we can gather a few people up in here. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain again. One of the reasons I'm on here live. Watched the news story this morning. I was talking about legalizing hard drugs. They're wanting to legalize hard drugs like methamphetamine, crack cocaine, fentanyl, whatever the hell your choice of poison. They're kind of leaning to legalize it, and they're saying, well, reason we want to legalize it because of war on drugs. We're not winning with the war on drugs. Well, just go ahead and give up. That's basically what they're saying. I mean, now they got weed legalized out there. Now they want to legalize all the rest of the drugs. Like I said, guys, the road to hell was paved with good intentions. When they legalized pot, that set the precedent to legalize all the rest of the shit. Now we all agree pot's not the same as all the rest of the drugs, but it was a step. It was a stepping stone for them to want to legalize all the rest of the drugs. Okay, Linda Collins Smith. I know quite a bit about the Linda Collins Smith thing, guys. I do. I'm just not saying nothing right at the moment. That's at the moment. Okay. I know quite a bit about what happened. I know that they arrested 48-year-old Rebecca O'Donnell. And yeah, they arrested her on the way to the viewing of Linda Collins Smith. And I know that they're trying to come up with a motive on her. I know what, like I said, I'm not saying a whole lot, guys. I know quite a bit. I'm just not saying a whole lot. All right. Because I'm going to tell you why. A lot of this shit, second and third hand information, it's not really reliable. I mean, I can come out here and be a conspiracy theorist. I can throw all kinds of shit around about it. Trust me, I can. I'm not that way. I don't do shit like that. I'm not fake. Okay. I will say this much, though, guys, about the Lyndon Collins Smith death. This I will say. And you listen good. This shit goes a lot deeper and there's a lot more players in it on the right and the left than you would ever imagine. Yeah. Trying to cover up, trying to do all kinds of other shit. Trust me. It goes really deep. It goes widespread. And it ain't just a lot of different people's involved in it, poo-pooing it or whatever, trying to discredit, being disinformationists, so forth, so on. A lot of deep state involved, guys. It is. Lots of it. So there you have it. Like I said, it's pretty bad from the best I can understand the information I know about it. I know quite a bit. I just ain't saying much. Yeah, they arrested a woman, 48-year-old Rick O'Donnell. Arrested her on the way to the viewing of Linda Collins Smith. But anyway, like I said, guys, I'm just going to sit back and just see what happens before I start saying much about it. Because that's the problem. There's too much disinformation thrown around out here, and not enough factual information put forth out here on social media. I just don't want to be a part of that damn problem. You know, I don't. So, but getting back to what I was talking about earlier, Seattle wanting to legalize all these hard drugs up to a gram of meth, heroin, whatever. Do you know the homeless rate that Seattle has up there? Do you really understand that? How bad drugs are up there amongst the homeless? That they're going. I mean, basically, they're going to be like San Francisco. Yeah, instead of throwing people in jail and stuff, or doing whatever with them, just allow them to go ahead and just slanging their hard drugs around. I mean, I'll tell you exactly how this will work. If you allow up to a gram of heroin or methamphetamines or whatever, and you won't arrest anybody at having it, all that's doing is setting it up for a drug superhighway out of Seattle. Okay, guys? We all know what happened when they legalized marijuana in Colorado. All the damn marijuana come from Colorado to the East Coast, just about. Yeah. And it will be the same way with the hard shit out of Seattle. If they were to dismiss anything under a gram. They had a Republican congresswoman speaking about it there on Fox News, and she said, "I think we need to enforce the damn law and not be just, turning a blind side to all these drugs." Well, I'm going to tell you something right now, guys. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not. Being on drugs just makes you weak. Means you can't deal with the world not unless you're screwed up out of your mind. And most people at that still can't even deal with it. Then they got a drug problem to deal with on top of that. So think about that for a minute. Well, thanks, Sir George. Happy Father's Day to you too. That's my point. Yes, big money. Let me tell you something. You don't want to talk about these globalists and the deep state, and everybody's wanting to get all into these conspiracy theories and, jump over in the corner of the Alex Jones. Think about this for a minute, guys. Here we are running popular. We all know the globalist and mainly the socialist Democrat left wants population reduction. All right. Look at it this way. If you turn people gay, well, they're not out here breeding, they're not reappropriating. Hey, that helps out on population reduction. reduction. If you legalizing all those hard drugs, you're having overdoses and everything else. Hey, that helps out on population reduction too. And the ones that are on the drugs that ain't dead, they're very easily controlled. All you gotta do is wave a baggie of heroin in front of them, and they'll do tricks like a damn dog will for a piece of bacon. Yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons right now I'm telling you that they're wanting to legalize drugs across the United States. And they're pushing more and more for it. Is because these people will be so easily controlled. It's all about control, guys. You get somebody addicted to something, you can control them with it. You damn sure can. And they're well aware of that. It's all about control, guys. Most of y'all probably never knew that Hong Kong, China belonged to the Europeans, to the British. Do you know how they pretty much own Hong Kong, China? It's because when the British come in to China, they introduced heroin to the Chinese. They got all the Chinese addicted to heroin. And they took Hong Kong, China. Matter of fact, they just gave it back to them, I think, in like 2014. China actually uh, took Hong Kong back over. Yeah. You know how the British didn't have to fire a shot, they didn't have to do nothing. They took Hong Kong through heroin, through opium, guys. They got all the Chinese addicted to the shit. True story. Won't you go look it up? That's my point right there, guys. They want to legalize all these damn drugs across America. They can get you coming to a damn drug dispensary, or they can give you your daily shot of damn heroin or whatever. Man, that's massive control that they have over the top of you at that point. Now, think about it. Massive control they have over you. It was opium, Joe. That's what heroin's made out of. But yeah, it's opium. But that's what I'm saying, guys. It's all about control. I mean, if you can't get a population to do exactly what you want them to do, get them hooked on a drug, and then they will. Yeah. And these socialist Democrats out there on the West Coast, guys, they all for this kind of shit. They all for it. Yeah. Because they're all about control anyway. We all know that. Oh, I did see a news article there about thousands turns out in the streets of Fayetteville, Arkansas, for their LBGT Pride March. Hell yeah, I looked at the videos. They had thousands of people turned out for the big parade for their LBGTQ Pride. Guys, we could have went and protested that yesterday. We could have. I thought about it. But did we? No, we did not. We had the boys over there in Ada, Oklahoma. They were promoting straight pride and Donald Trump and stuff. Like I said, we could all gathered up, every one of us, and we could have went to Fayetteville, Arkansas, and we could have protested that. We did. But I've done the same where 3 different organizations already gearing up to protest a straight pride parade in Boston. Funny how this works, isn't it? We didn't go protest their shit in Fayetteville, but I guarantee you there'll be a ton of them turn out to protest straight pride parade in Boston. And guys, the reason they hate straight pride so much is because they don't want it to take attention off what they're trying to do. They're trying to promote their gay homosexuality out here in public, is what they're trying to do, guys. And it's not that, oh, they're happy to be gay or whatever. They're trying to promote their sexuality out here in public. Now, there's a difference, guys, in between gay people that are just living their life, they keep their private life pretty much to themselves like everybody else does, or these exhibitionists that come out here and dress up all goofy in the damn streets and most of the time lewd. There's a difference in between those people. Make no mistake about it. There is decent people out there that is gay, and the ones that's pushing the socialistic agenda of the LGBTQ plus. Them are not the decent ones, guys. You know, I mean, honestly, we're at 2019. Why in the hell does anybody have to have a parade about their sexuality? Why? Gays are not oppressed anymore. No, they're not. They hadn't been in quite some time. They have equal rights as everybody else out here does. Now, no, you don't have to agree with the way they live. You don't. You absolutely do not. That's your damn right. The same as it is their right to be that way. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to push their sexuality off on everybody else by force. That if you don't go along with their sexuality or you have something negative to say about it, they start berating the hell out of you. And we all seen this, guys. We've all seen it. It does exist. You know, it all exists out here. It's all about pushing their will on you and trying to browbeat you or shame you, but calling you this or calling you that, or you'll shut up. Yeah. So that's the reason right there, guys. I support straight pride parade. I support people coming out showing that they're straight and they have pride about being straight. I do. Because you know what? If they come out here and they're doing their shit, and we have every right to come out here and promote our sexuality right along with them. And the reason they don't like us doing it is because we're taking attention away from what they're trying to do. And trust me, guys, they're all about attention. They're all about promoting their agenda. Saying it is, it is. You take attention away from them, that's when they start getting pissed. And if you notice, they've started getting pissed over this straight pride parade here in Boston. Yeah, they're getting pissed about it. Why? Because they're afraid that we're going to take some of the spotlight off of them trying to push their shit down everybody's throat. That's exactly what it comes down to. You want to talk about all this shit that we're seeing in schools, all this promoting of transgenderism. Where do you think this shit's coming from? It ain't straight people pushing that shit. It's the LGBTQ pushing that shit. Are you okay with your 8-year-old being taught about transgenderism and stuff in school? And if you are, okay. But if you're going to come out here and you're going to bitch about this shit that they're teaching our kids in school and how they're trying to uh, basically tell them that they're confused. Then you come out here and say, "Well, I support the LBGT." You're like a doctor that a poison patient comes in and you give them cyanide for a damn cure. You damn hypocrites, what you are. You come out here and you'll support the same organization that's doing things that you're bitching about, or pulling their head out of their ass. Trust me, there's a lot of people out here in the social media world that has their head so far up their ass that they got to have a damn snorkel run out their throat to breathe. And you wonder why the country's falling apart. Well, you got a bunch of dumb shits like that. What do you expect? Just saying it as is, guys. But yeah, you can't come out here and bitch about this shit that they're trying to teach kids in the school in the drag queen story time and all this other shit. And you come out here and say, "Well, I support the LBGT." Who the fuck you think's pushing it? Well, I know, Joey. They tried to convince a little 8-year-old boy that he wanted to be a girl. That's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. If you want to be gay out there, I have no problem with that. I don't. I don't have no problem with that. No more than I have any problem with anybody out here being straight. That's your right. You're going to have to answer for that shit, not me. But the one thing I do not like is you pushing your lifestyle over on the public. That shit right there is what is not right. Okay, let me tell you something. I don't give a shit. Straight up down the board. It's always been men and women. That's what keeps the race going. Men and women. Women was designed to have babies. Men wasn't. And it takes the two to make another little human being. All right? And that's the way it's been since the beginning of time. We shouldn't have to come out and promote our agenda because our agenda is nature. Same as a human, same with the animal kingdom. It takes a female and a male to make another of the species. It does. That's natural. It's sad that we have to come out here and promote straight pride to combat what the hell they're doing, trying to promote their homosexual agenda. It's sad, guys. So we got to come out here and be proud to be straight because we're trying to turn everybody gay. Just like Joey said, trying to tell a 8-year-old boy that he wants to be a girl. Now, what would you do if your kid come home from school and your kid said, "Well, the counselor told me I need to be a girl"? What would you think? Or your little girl come home because she likes to play with G.I. Joe men in the damn dirt and tell you that the school told her she needed to be a little boy, that she was confused, that she needed to go have a sex reassignment surgery. Now, how the hell would you feel about that? Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of little girls get out there and shoot BB guns and play in the dirt with damn trucks and everything else, and they didn't have a lesbian bone in their body once they got up as a teenager. That's a fact. I've seen girls go out there, deer hunt, skin deer, clean rabbits, do everything the boys was doing. She didn't have a damn lesbian bone in her body, and I've seen many of them. So I guess since she wants to do all this stuff in modern times, she needs to be a boy. Now, how would you feel about that if she come home and she told you that they were telling her she needed to be a boy? That's what it's coming to, guys. Exactly what it's coming to out here. And you think the children that we got right now is bad. You wait a little while. You let this shit continue. I'm going to tell you something, guys. I'm just going to say it is this, 'cause I'm not one to mince words. You continue to let this kind of shit out here happen in society, and you don't take a stand against this. You don't give a damn about your kids or your damn grandkids. You don't. Because if you gave a damn, you would have a little something to say about some of this shit. And you would be kind of getting on a bandwagon like I have and like many other people out here has about this shit. We're talking about the future of our society. We're not talking about government. We're not talking about constitution. We're talking about the future of our society. We're talking about the raising of our children and our grandchildren. Take the Constitution and government completely the hell out of it because they have nothing really to do with this. It's called being a parent and doing what's right. Mental health of our nation, right, Larry? The problem is what's wrong with the mental health of our nation is because people are raised to be pussies anymore. Pansies, victims. They all got a disorder. They all got something wrong with them. They ain't taught to, man, hey, won't you man up? Won't you grow up and be a damn woman and take care of your kids? No, that ain't taught anymore. No. Oh, I've got this, I got that, I can't do this. That's all the hell I hear out here. That's all I hear out of this younger generation. They got a disorder for a damn disorder on top of a disorder. They use that shit for a crutch not to be a responsible damn adult. That shit didn't work back in the day. Guys, let me tell you something. When in the 80s and 90s, how many women did you hear about dumping their kids and just running the hell off? How many? Think about it. How many women just dump their kids and run the hell off? Hardly any did that kind of shit. It happens every day now. Every day. You tell me what's different. Why is things different now than the way they used to be? What's different? What's changed? What has? Society has changed and how they look at things. They're teaching the kids you don't have to be a responsible adult. It's all about your dreams and aspirations. The, the choices you make in life, you don't have to live with. You can just dump them and run off. And that's what they're doing. Saying it is. That's what's wrong with society. That's how society has changed. It's the liberal progressive agenda. So you can't come out here, guys, and you can't support all this shit and holler "Make America Great Again" at the same time. What's your idea of a great America? Huh? What's your idea of a great America? How the hell are you going to fix America and make America great when you're supporting all the shit that's made America go downhill? I mean, how are you going to do that? That's like being a firefighter using a flamethrower to fight a fire with. Yeah. Oh, I'm coming out here to put the fire out. Yeah. The whole damn time you're acting like you're doing good as a firefighter when you're using a flamethrower and stuff a damn water hose. That's what a lot of people out here is doing, guys. That they're just as lost as the mental left is. Just as damn lost. That's sad. Really is. Yeah, we did it to ourselves, Joe. Damn sure did. Yeah, we did. And you know what? The only way we're going to fix it is we're going to have to do it our damn selves. We did it to our damn selves, and we're going to have to fix our damn selves. The same way that we got in this situation. You can't sit back and expect the government to do it. Quit being entitled. Quit acting like a socialist. Think about it. Guys, I've changed a lot of bad things about myself. I have. I've changed a lot of things and a lot of ways I do things in the last several years. Trust me, I have. Because I've seen where I've went wrong. And I see where the rest of the people out here are going wrong. And you can't change the country not unless you're willing to take a look at yourself and see what you're doing. And if you're doing most of this shit out here that you're bitching about, then you ain't got no right to bitch. Because you're a part of the problem. Because if you're doing it, your neighbor's doing it, half the people down the road doing it, your town's doing it, then you are the problem. And the only way you're going to fix these problems is you're going to have to start fixing yourself. Because all you're doing is contributing to what you're out here bitching about. It's called personal responsibility, guys. That's something that's lacking in today's society. Is holding yourself accountable, taking responsibility for the shit you do, admitting that you're screwing up, admitting that you've got a problem. That's where it comes in at, guys. And if you can't do that or you're not willing to do that, then you're just a part of the problem out here. But that's what's been taught in society today. You blame everything that's went wrong in your life on somebody else. It's not your fault. You're a victim. Or this shit was pushed off on you. You didn't have no choice. Guys, you always have a choice. Trust me. It's whether you want to take it or not. Well, I'm going to hop out of here, guys. Y'all have a good morning. God bless. And we will catch y'all later.